Well, good morning, ladies, and a few of you gentlemen that watch. How are you? All right, I just want to, talk about a few things today. Okay. First thing I'd like to talk about is, um, have you noticed that there's more than one person now that is saying, content creators that are saying that there's no baby, or that are saying, I don't know about this baby thing now. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards maybe not, or I don't know, or um, if I was a betting person, I sure wouldn't bet that she did. You know, what about these there's a lot of, and these are all content creators that have a lot more followers than I do and subscribers. Not to mention now they've just taken down my 4.0 over on TikTok and another one. I have one channel left now over on TikTok. I'm not even really fucking with that now. They are attacking the shit out of it. Okay. There are much bigger content creators that get much more views and a following than me that are saying this now, these type things. And I ask you, why are they not coming for them like they come for me? Why is it only me that's the problem when they say that? And I'm not going to point out who these people are. Those of you that are in this gypsy verse, you guys watch all the people. You guys watch all the people. You know who's saying it or not. Every one of them. Some of them they don't have a lot more following than me, but every one of them have a larger following than me. Okay, but they got to shut me down, and they're psycho about it. Okay, online he's a child predator. Mm-hmm. Pedophile, an online child predator he is. We must stop him. He must get him offline, they said. He's dangerous. Karma collector is dangerous. Child predator. We must get him offline. Without one scintilla of anything that points towards that. But anyway, why are they not coming for anybody else like that? Well, there's got to be a reason for it. There's got to be a reason for it. Because somehow they know the charade's about to end here at some point, and people are going to find that out. They know that they're going to have to find, people are going to find that out. They know that, I think. Maybe Lifetime's come to them and said, look, man, you guys are going to have to just tell her we're going to, we got to, a lot of people are asking questions now, probably. Right? Who knows? Me and my group, we've contacted a lot of people via email and stuff. Who knows who's looked at it and said, well, let's see what Lifetime has to say about all this. Okay? I don't know what anything that's going on behind the scenes with that. I'm not pretending to. I'm not saying that I do. But I'm just saying, who knows? It just takes one person, that's got a big problem that everybody knows. One person to see that and contact Lifetime and get this ball. Yeah, I'm just telling you, there's something going on. They know that shit's about to come too. And they got to get me out of the way. They want me shut down altogether and gone. They don't care about the rest of them saying it. Because why? Why is that? Why is it so important to get me shut down and out of the way? But the rest of them saying there is no baby. Because everyone knows I'm the first one that said it. And everyone in the world thought I was fucking bonkers. I'm the first content creator that said it. I've been saying it since April. I came on here saying it. My very first video, you guys, when I started, I only made written posts with music behind it. My very first video where I showed my face like this was 3 reasons why Gypsy Rose Blanchard never gave birth and Aurora is not her baby. That was my very first fucking video in April. Okay? I'm the only one that was saying it. And here's the thing. When it comes to light and everyone then knows, then so many people are going to say, well, it was Karma Collector that started it. The ones that are being honest. Now we'll have a whole bunch of them that are going to jump on the bandwagon now that to this day, right now, still believe she has a baby, or they're wishy-washy, but they'll jump on the bandwagon once it comes out. Oh yeah, I knew she didn't either. I was saying it. Well, I mean, which it doesn't matter. That's not what my point here. My point is people are going to search out who the fuck I am then, and then they're going to see what else I'm saying. That's what they're trying to hide. The real truth that no one can ever find out, that Dee Dee was long gone before Nick even got there. And I don't care if he was helping plan it. I don't care what's what. If he stabbed just nothing but a dead body that was gone 2 hours before he even got there, that matters. That matters, and he should not be doing life in prison without the possibility of parole if his co-defendant is already out. Now, one could argue if she was doing life in prison without the possibility of parole and he came there with the intent thinking that he did, and he helped plan it, but it's not right this way. It doesn't make sense. They're supposed to get the same kind of sentence and shit. They made it look like it was all him, that he went in there, she was alive, and he finished her. That's what the deal is. And they don't want anyone seeing that. And they don't want anyone starting to see that how the truth is she was a sacrifice and that was a ritual killing. Okay, they don't want, because it's going to be, well, you guys, this is how they're thinking. If Karma Collector came up with it first and everyone thought he was nuts and that came out to be the truth, well, then maybe this other shit he's saying is true too. And they don't want him looking at that. This is what the deal is, guys. This is why they're coming so hard for me. And it's complete bullshit. Okay? It's complete bullshit. Because it's going to go down. And they're going to find out soon that she never had a baby. She did not give birth. Okay? There are no court orders for paternity. And that alone does it. She can't have finalized her divorce on the 9th and given birth a couple weeks later. You can't do that. You can't be pregnant and they finalize it. Okay? There's no court order for anyone to establish paternity. And there was no mention of a divorce. That alone tells you she never gave birth. Not to mention everything else. We're not going to go into that. Where did all that blood go? Why are we not, why did the medical examiner lie and say that she bled internally? The cause and manner of death was homicide, multiple stab wounds. Where'd the blood go? No, guys. If they're trying to say that she died by 1,000 cuts, all those little stab wounds, she bled internally. She would have bled internally into a cavity or into the tissue, and the cavity in the blood that into the cavity ultimately would have gone to the tissue anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's all going to make its way to the tissue. The blood has to go somewhere. It's going to settle by gravity. The body would be completely black and blue if she bled internally 4 days later. No, it's bullshit, guys. Why do you think if they're going to show a body for a memorial and for the burial, why do you think they take the time to drain the blood out of them and fill it up with fluids, different fluids and formaldehyde? Why do you think they do that if they're just going to put them in the dirt in a couple of days anyway? It's to preserve it so it's not all discolored. Because, of course, if you're not bleeding internally, then your cardiovascular system is a closed system. It's the heart and it's all the vessels. And then the capillaries, tiny bits exchange there, right? Those are tiny. But the blood system, the arteries, the veins, and all that shit, that's a closed system. It's not bleeding out into anywhere. Okay? It's to carry oxygen and everything else around the system is what that blood is for. Okay? And if you don't have any internal bleeding, you just pass away in your sleep or from a stroke, and there's no internal bleeding big time, then your body, though, 3-4 days later is going to be all green and yellow and blue everywhere. And it's going to then start to be puffing up. And then when the skin starts to break a little bit, then the gases escape. And that's when you have the fucking stench of a dead human, which there's no other smell like it. Now, whenever you smell it, you'll never forget it. Is escaping everywhere. And the whole neighborhood could smell that, would be able to smell that pungent fucking smell. All right? So to stop the breakdown of all that long enough to get them seen at the memorial and shit. That's what that does. It stops that because they remove the blood, okay? Because they removed the blood from there. Okay, if your argument is that and that's what she put in that autopsy, he or she, the medical examiner, put in there, oh, died from multiple stab wounds. Okay, if she died of multiple stab wounds, then it would have been said she bled internally. Okay, if she would have died because they severed a main artery or something, then she would have died from hypovolemic shock, the loss of a large amount of blood volume at once. That's what she died from. That's the actual cause of death. The cause of death, the manner of death, is homicide, hypovolemic shock. They took out her carotid arteries and she lost all her blood volume. Once her blood volume went down to nothing, there's no pressure in the veins, your heart can't pump, you're gone. That's what she died from. Not multiple stab wounds is what they're saying, because then she would have bled internally slowly. And her body would have been black and blue, head to toe black, and it wasn't. You saw it, which means the medical examiner lied. There's no two ways about it. He or she lied, and they didn't mention that. They cut her throat from ear to ear. People told us this, man. And that's how they always do rituals. They always sacrifice them by cutting them that way, man. Just like you're supposed to sacrifice animals that way. That's what happened in the kitchen. Then they moved in the bed where there's no blood anywhere, in the bedroom. She would have been black and blue. That medical examiner lied, which means they lied about everything. That's why I'm telling you, none of that shit is accurate. You cannot count on anything in that autopsy as being real, true, and accurate. None of it. And the reason they're coming for me so bad is they got to get me knocked out of here before it comes to light that there's no baby. Because I'm telling you, I'm really not going to shut the fuck up then. Because I'm going to point it out then. If I got to start 100 more channels on fucking TikTok, I'm going to point it out then. Well, guess what? I was the only one saying it. And if you believe that, you got to lend credence to the rest of this shit I'm saying. You got to at least take a look at it. And that's why they're tripping. Because she knows I'm telling the truth about every bit of it. She knows exactly what I said happened that night is exactly what happened that night. And everyone's about to find out she never had a baby. And I need you guys to help me too. When it goes down, it's going to go down here real soon. Don't be surprised if it's Lifetime that says that she's just a wacko, lost her mind. I need every one of you scream from the mountaintops. It was Karma Collector. It was Karma Collector that first told us, because I just want people, I'm not going to ever monetize. I don't care about that. But I want people to see what really happened with her mother and how they did Nick, because that's the truth. Nick stabbed a dead body. She was long gone before he got there. And that matters, you guys. That matters.